Time. Time. There are all kinds of time. There's a time to get up in the morning and get dressed. There's a time to go to school or the office or log on to Zoom. There's a time to do the work and there's a time to stop and a time to go home or log off and be with friends and family and relax. There's time to go on vacation and there's a time to do serious things. All kinds of time. But what is time? Some people say that time is in a line. I wonder what that would look like. Oh, look, here it is. Time. Time in a line. Look, here is the new part. It's just beginning. This piece has just been born. It's brand new. But look, it's getting older now. The part that was new is starting to be old. I wonder if it ever ends. Ah, look, it does end. Here's the ending. It looks just like the beginning. The part that's new, that is the ending, looks just like the part that's old now, that was the beginning. You know what the church did? It took the ending that looks like the beginning and the beginning that looks like the ending, and it tied them together so that we would always remember that for every beginning there is an ending, and for every ending there's a beginning. These are the three great times. Christmas, it's coming. Easter, and Pentecost. Ow! That was hot. Ooh. Christmas and Easter or Pentecost and Pentecost are great mysteries. People can just walk right past them and not even notice they're there. Christmas time, people rush around. Some years they're out shopping, other years ordering online, wrapping, cooking, being so busy. They can completely miss the mystery. And so the church set aside 4 weeks as a time to get ready, to come close to the mystery of Christmas. A season called Advent. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 weeks to get ready for Christmas. The first Sunday in Advent is today. It's the first day of the church year. Happy New Year. The time for getting ready to come close to the mystery of Easter is longer because Easter is an even greater mystery than Advent. It goes on for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Sundays. The mystery of Easter is so great that you can't keep it in one Sunday. It goes on for 6 more Sundays. And this time of the Easter season is also the time for getting come close to the mystery of Pentecost. And then there are all of the great green growing seasons of the year. There are a lot of them. They go for about half of the year. Oops. There they go. We have them all. Now I wonder if you could put this puzzle back together right now. Bet you could. We'll start with the 3 great times: Christmas, Easter, and Pentecost. Watch carefully because the church uses colors in addition to clocks and calendars to tell time. Christmas is pure white and gold, the colors of celebration. And Easter is as well, white and gold for celebration. Pentecost is red for fire. The time for getting ready to come close to the mystery of Christmas is called Advent. Sometimes Advent is blue and sometimes it's purple. Purple, the color of kings, because a king is being born. Blue one of the colors for the Mother Mary, because without the Mother Mary, there's no baby Jesus. In the season of Advent, we tell stories about time, the beginning and the ending. We begin with talking about the ending. Time is a mystery. The color for the season for getting ready for Easter, the season of Lent, is purple, the color of kings. Jesus was a king and is a king, but not the kind of king anybody was expecting. And as a king, he got in trouble with the authorities who thought they should be king. The story of that is told during Lent, and it ends at the cross where Jesus dies. It's very sad. But then, 3 days after that, the most unexpected thing ever happens. He's alive again. And the mystery and joy of that is so great that it goes on and on. And in this season of Easter, we tell the stories of how this Jesus who has risen from the dead is seen by his friends in new and different ways for about 30 days. And then he goes up on a mountain, and his followers see him somehow go up into a cloud of glory. And on the 40th day, Pentecost, when they're in a room, the Holy Spirit comes down on them in wind and in fire, and they're alive in a way they've never been before. The seasons between are the great green growing seasons. And the number and where they go changes around a little bit. Christmas is always on the same day. It's always on December 25th because we started celebrating Christmas when Christians were using the Roman calendar, which is calculated by the movements of the sun, and the dates stay the same. Easter, though, moves because the date of Easter was determined by the lunar calendar, the calendar that the Jews use. So now Easter is the first Sunday after the first full moon after the spring equinox, which can move around. The most you can have, the greatest number of Sundays in between is 9. So we'll use 9 in our calendar. During this time, the season called Epiphany, we tell stories about how Jesus was made known to people who weren't expecting him at all. And then there are all the other great green seasons of the year. Since it's the first Sunday of Advent, we've begun a new year, and we're telling the stories about Jesus from the Gospel of Mark. We're in year B. We just finished year A, Matthew, and next year will be the year of Luke. Those stories mostly are told in the great green growing Sundays, and the Gospel of John, which is told in a very different way, gets used more around Christmas time and around Easter, but it's interspersed. We've moved now into summertime, and school will be out, people will be swimming and taking vacations. And the summer gets shorter, and school begins again. People get new shoes, new books. Finally, it begins to be fall, and the colors change. Halloween comes, and Thanksgiving, and the days get shorter and shorter, and the nights get colder and colder, and just when it seems that the light is going to go out completely, we come back to the first Sunday of Advent and the promise that for every ending there's a beginning, and that it never becomes completely dark. The light always shines again. I wonder if this Advent you can remember how the church took the golden thread of time and tied it in a circle so that we could keep telling the story of Jesus every year and remember that he will be with us always, even till the end of time.